really the history of Toronto when you think about the West Don Lands. It's a site that was in the heart of the city, and actually it began with it being zoned for a parkland, and then it went through zoning to be residential for a while, and then became industrial. When IO kind of picked it up, we started with a very derelict piece of land that had been contaminated from the Taratiri industrial uses over the years, and IO then took a look at that site. It's a provincial site, and we do what we do best, which is start to repurpose it. IO played a very significant role in the whole concept and then redevelopment of the West Don Lands, working with various partners in our city, including the Waterfront Toronto, including Dundee Kilmer, including the Friends of the West Don Lands and the Revitalization group that is established there. There was a big need in the City of Toronto to have the West Don Lands used as a floodplain protection to help the rest of the downtown core. So it started with an environmental remediation program. Our team was fantastic in looking at that site, putting the programs in place, and then creating that floodplain protection zone. After that, when the Pan Am Games became a reality for the City of Toronto and the West Don Lands site was looked at to be the home for the Athletes Village, IO kicked in again, and from a major projects perspective, we put a great RFP out into the marketplace to redevelop that area on a number of fronts. More so than just the housing for the village, really what that community has now done, and IO has been a big part of, is allow other uses to come to fruition. And all those families that are going to be living there and the families that will be playing in the park for generations to come, that's a huge legacy for the province, for the city, for IO, for Waterfront Toronto, and all of our partners that worked on this particular site. When you take a look at the lasting legacy, an $830 million investment that the province made over time has reaped huge benefits and will continue to reap economic and social and environmental benefits for years to come. My favorite part is the integration of all of the best talent that we have here at IO. We utilized every division in many, many ways. So to me, the West Don Lands will always represent celebration, it'll always represent people, and it'll always represent community integration.